Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. In this part of the Cricket Happening Show, your host Ram is going to look at the ICC World 2020 qualifiers, and then we'll also have a sneak peek at the cricket news that's coming up. So what I'm going to start off is the ICC World 2020 qualifiers. Today there were two games that were being played. One was between Kenya and Denmark, in fact Kenya went on to win the match here in the match against Denmark. In fact, they beat Denmark by 8 wickets, with Denmark being restricted to a very low score of just 84 for 8. The Nehemiah actually did some good bowling here by getting 3 wickets for 15 runs, and Kenya, well, it was absolutely a walk in the park as they got a victory by 8 wickets. 85 for 2 was the score. Steve Ticolo, as you know, has made his as you know, Steve Ticolo, he had retired, and then due to Kenya not really performing well, showing the early promise. As you know, initially Kenya has played a lot of World Cups. In fact, they have also, if you remember rightly, they have also upset the West Indies apple cart once, which was a big upset in the World Cup. Now Kenya, and they have been struggling as far as after that is concerned, because they had some very good players in Maurice Odumbe, this person Steve Ticolo, who was the captain previously. So Steve Ticolo was brought out of retirement, and in fact he made a comeback to the Kenyan team, and he really made it count. And today I showed why he was actually told to come back into the Kenyan team to strengthen them, and he did a fine job, and in fact the reason that Kenya won with 10.5 overs to spare was for the precise reason that Steve Ticolo played a good hand by making an unbeaten 48. So that is the first match which played between Kenya and Denmark. So Kenya going home. This is in Group B in Dubai. And the next match that was played was a match between Scotland and Nepal. Now yesterday I was really talking about Nepal, that they are a strong side, but today Nepal, for the first time, they struck. In fact it was surprising to see that Scotland actually picked up their first win of the tournament here by actually beating Nepal by 8 wickets. In fact, Nepal couldn't really withstand the batting display which was coming in from Callum McLeod. He made an unbeaten 82 runs to guide Scotland to victory. Nepal were 137 for 7 of their 20 overs. Sharif taking 3 for 19 and Goody taking 3 for 29. So they were the ones who actually shared the wickets there, and Scotland winning the match by 8 wickets, 138 for 2. McLeod was played superbly for making an unbeaten 88. That is as far as this particular Group B is concerned. Now let's have a look at Group A. Now Group A, we had an exciting match which happened, and this was a match which happened between Italy and Uganda. It was between Uganda and Italy. And what a match we had here! It was, in fact, the ball in the match went down to the wire, and finally it was Uganda actually edging out Italy, and Uganda winning the match by 1 wicket. In fact, so it was good to see, because Uganda have not won any matches. So this was their first win of the tournament. It was good to see Uganda getting a win under the belt. And as far as Italy were concerned, for Italy, Gareth Bergs played a very good hand of 67, but well, again, that was not something that really helped Italy, and Italy had to settle down for defeat there, as Uganda got their first win. Now for Uganda, Arthur Kyobe made a very hard-hitting 36, in which it was made of just 15 deliveries, and he hit 5 sixes in that knock of 36. So Uganda 151 for 9 was built upon that. This match was played in Abu Dhabi, and Italy were the ones who actually batted first, and they had 148 for 4 on the board. Now that is as far as this match is concerned. And then we had one more match which was happening, and that is the host team Canada. Now, as you know, I'm broadcasting from Canada. This YouTube Cricket Happening show is coming to you from Canada, and it was very sad to see that Canada, as you know, it was very sad to see, in fact, that Canada, who have actually played in some previous World Cups too. In World Cup 2011, they represented. I mean, there were some Canada was there in the mix, and looking at what happened, it's pretty surprising that Canada could not even defeat Hong Kong, and in fact Hong Kong went on to defeat Canada. And not only that, there was one brilliant innings which was played, and this was played by Irfan Ahmed. Irfan Ahmed went on to score a century. I mean, the way he scored the century was pretty wonderful, because it was his maiden century, and he made that of just 53 balls. He really bludgeoned the Canadian bowling to all parts of the ground to score 4 fours and 8 sixes, and Hong Kong finished at 168 for 5, with the lion's share being Irfan Ahmed's 100 runs. And then after that, Canada, well, they found the going pretty tough, and they could reply only with 115 for 8, thanks to Muniz Dar's bowling, who took 4 wickets for 17 runs. Now for Canada, this is something, a real question mark here, because now if they want to qualify, life is becoming all the more difficult for Canada now, and it's pretty sad to see, because Canada, I thought they were doing well in the local matches just being played, and pretty sad to see that Canada had to suffer a defeat. But full credit to Hong Kong for putting up a great show there, and especially Irfan Ahmed's century, which really would have hurt Canada a great deal. So Canada have to really perk up if they want to qualify for the 2014 T20 World Cup in Bangladesh. Otherwise, it is going to be pretty late. So Canada, really pull up your socks then. Okay. So now let's leave on from here. So this was the ICC World T20 qualifiers, which I was wanting to talk about. Now the other news that we have is that West Indies, as you know, have completed their tour of India. They went on a real low there by losing both the test matches in fact inside 3 days, which was pretty sad. But West Indies selectors, what they have done is they have, as you know, New Zealand are touring West Indies now after completing their tour of Sri Lanka, and what West Indies have done is they have retained the same test 11 in the sense they have not made any changes that I probably would have expected some changes to come, but in fact they have continued with the same. So West Indies have lots of faith and confidence in their boys' ability, and so the West Indies selectors have decided that they would retain the same test squad which suffered defeat against India. So there's absolutely no change. Darren Sammy will continue as the captain of the West Indies cricket team. Other than that, well, I don't have anything else to really add, dear fans and subscribers. It's a pretty short cricket show today, but nevertheless, as I said, there were no international matches happening. But as I said, the Cricket Happening show is all about talking about the game of cricket, and that's what I'm striving to do, and I'm hoping that you all, dear friends and subscribers, are liking this cricket show and would continue to be a part of this cricket show. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, it was a pleasure bringing you this ICC World 2020 qualifiers and also some cricket news on this Cricket Happening show. Well, it's time for me to end up this Cricket Happening show then. Thanks for your company as always. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.